Okay, so Camaria's Maul, right? Um, it's got these really wide roll ranges, and that is not something that I did. That's GGG trolling me in a sense. Um, but it was designed just to be a big crit one hander with a bit of a troll aspect. So the themes that I wanted to maintain were let me was the feeling of greed and um, seeking greed with violence, because that's what the flavor text kind of implies. You'll have my riches when you pry them from my cold dead hands. That's how I prefer it. So the name of um, the faded version of Cameria's Maul is Cameria's Avarice. Um, Avarice is like um, a malicious greed. Um, if my brain's working right, extreme greed or wealth for material gain, right? So the entire the entire thought is to kind of keep it as like this theme of greed and destruction and cold. Um, and to fit that, we have new flavor text. I'm revealing things one by one here, just to tease you guys a little bit. Um, Please take whatever you want, just don't kill me. But then I wouldn't have everything I want, would I? Um, the flavor text that was suggested was was, believe it or not, darker than that in a way that I didn't like. But this I love, because it kind of mirrors the original, um, you know, taking wealth at the even if it means killing someone. So, um, so the first thing I wanted to do was let's make it so it's more friendly to physical conversion, right? Because that's kind of hey, thanks for the follow. I appreciate it. So one of the things that has changed since I made that mall is like physical to elemental conversion is like pretty big, and the cold damage here doesn't really play into it that well, and it doesn't necessarily synergize greatly with the increased physical damage. So the first thing that changes um, when you upgrade Camaria's Maul is that cold damage becomes physical damage. So I don't know the roll range for the flat fizz, but the roll range for the increased fizz is the same. Um, so that 12 to 24 or 12 to 14 can go up to 180%. So it's getting a big boost in just like upfront physical DPS just from switching to flat, and it's gonna synergize better with conversion to cold. Um, the other thing that it gains, that they told me that they don't normally do. I asked them for a skill. I said, "Hey, I think it'd be cool if this did this." And they said, "We don't normally do skills for supporter uniques, but this is a faded unique, so we're gonna do it." And well, I'm just gonna show it to you guys. Trigger level 20 Icicle Nova when you kill a frozen enemy. So, similar to Bone Nova when you kill a bleeding enemy, this is Icicle Nova when you kill a frozen enemy. And you don't have to kill it with this. You can kill it with anything. As long as it's frozen and it dies, it explodes in icicles. Yeah. I suggested it. They said they could do it. Fuck Yeah. I don't know details as far as numbers go. Um it just says, you know, like any other trigger in an item that grants a skill, it should be supported by the item, by the gems that are in the item. Um so yeah. You know, just like the flame blast on hit with the hysteria essence, just like that, you know, can be supported by like conk effect and things like that. This can be supported as well. So, yeah, I'm well, when you kill a frozen enemy, so if you kill it with a crit, chances are it's gonna explode. But because it's also killing a frozen enemy, you could use freezing pulse or anything to kill a freezing enemy. You know, it happens to work. I think it'll probably work well with spectral shield throw. Um, I didn't know about that when I was designing it, but yeah, I got everything I asked for. Basically, I said, let's make it more physical so it works better with conversion, um, and um, and then I asked for the kind of the bone nova into icicle nova and on frozen enemies instead of bleeding, and yeah, it feels like it's gonna be fun. Um, I'm pretty happy with it, and yeah, I wanted it to be a solid item. Um, Camaria's Maul was already like okay. It had its own niche for a few levels, but it wasn't great. I don't know any of the roll ranges for the flat physical, which is what will give you that top end damage. The percent physical will be the same as this 140 to 180, I believe. Which means that uh, you want to make sure that you upgrade a good one because the uh, the roll ranges on Faded Unique stay the same um, if the stat is still there, and not everyone knows that. So if you do want to create Cameria's Avarice, make sure you get one Cameria's Maul with good crit, with good cold damage, and good increased fizz, so you can get the best one. um, I'm betting that someone can guess what boss you have to kill for the prophecy. I'm gonna give people a minute, but I'm betting someone can guess it. I think it's obvious. You guys are thinking in the wrong area. Arfin, you're closer. Let me see if I can find the the boss that you kill is the Waterways boss named Fragment of Winter. Come on, winter, ice, Minnesota, cold, frozen, Fragment of Winter. You kill the Fragment of Winter. Come on. It's called Fragments of Winter. So, yep, that's it, guys. I'm super fucking hyped for it. I'm gonna play. I'm gonna play with it as soon as I can. Yeah, no, sure. There's a few options that I could have been. I'm not saying that nothing. I'm not saying that there were no other options, but um, this is what it was suggested to me, and I thought it was good. The it's I think it's isn't it tier 11 now? I can't remember with the new level load is, but it was chosen to be somewhat into mapping, so you can use Camerias up to a certain point, but then you're gonna want to upgrade it so you can actually just take it into the map and actually get your upgrade at about the time when you would really want it. So I'm pretty excited. I'm really happy with what it looks like. I don't know the prophecy name. I don't know, the exact numbers for things. Um, I like, I cared about the theme, the feel of it, and the getting the skill on it is makes it kind of like super unique, right? This is what I like in uniques. I like something that you know it's not just a mace. There's something else that you're not gonna get from a rare. Um, so thanks for tuning in. If you just tuned in for the gavel, I really appreciate uh, the attention I get that it's got, and I'm hoping that people don't hate. I get a lot more love for Camaria's Maul than hate, and I'm hoping people will enjoy this because I think it's awesome. Obviously, I think it's awesome, but I'm excited to kind of see what other people think and what other people do with it because it took me a lot of time and effort to kind of think about how I wanted things to go. But yeah, wax. That's kind of where I was going. So, um, oh, someone already posted. I guarantee someone already posted on Reddit. I it has to be there already. Um, I'm guessing, but the